Professors Asemoglou, it is my honor and my privilege to convey to you, on behalf of the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences, our deepest and warmly felt congratulations.
Turbulence comes to my mind as most apt for the age we live in. AI is already remaking the world, but in ways that are hard for us to understand and forecast, and we do not have great control over whether AI is going to reshape the world for good or bad. We have a huge increase in inequality around the world, everywhere, from Latin America to the United States, from Europe to Africa to Asia. We have demographic change, as South Korea knows only too well, with populations starting to decline very soon around the world except Africa, very rapid aging with very low fertility rates, and led by China, the whole world will be much older. And the implications of this for the macroeconomy, for entrepreneurship, innovation, for savings, for social security are completely hard to understand. Climate change is creating another set of uncertainties, not just because we are likely to miss all of the targets that the world has set, but also because there are many ways in which we need to redesign urban areas. We need to change the structure of agriculture. The way that we consume goods and services and travel may have to change in the face of a very warming climate. And then finally, as everybody knows, the global system is being remade as we speak, with new tensions and new risks. So this number of big uncertainty events is completely unique. And I'm actually surprised that more policymakers and more stock market analysts are not really panicking in front of this amount of uncertainty. All of these challenges can be handled with societies that have strong institutions and use technology correctly. The bad news is that AI currently is likely to add to our troubles rather than be a solution to them, because it is being developed in a way that's unhelpful for the main challenges that we face. Many macroeconomists forecasted 10 years, 15 years ago that this would be a disaster for South Korea, it would be a disaster for Japan or Germany, that such rapid aging would be associated with less growth, more imbalances. But actually, when you look at data, aging countries have grown faster, if anything. How did that happen? I think South Korea again illustrates this very well. It happened because aging societies used technology in order to deal with their labor scarcity, labor shortages, and also for making their workforces more productive. Because they made such forward-looking investments in robotics, they were able to ride the wave in a very different manner and in fact benefit both becoming the main exporters of cars and rapid productivity growth that they experienced in that sector and in related sectors such as chemicals, steel, and other heavy industry, machinery, and so on. Right now, a lot of the AI investment goes into what is called artificial general intelligence that can mimic humans and ultimately perhaps surpass humans in all tasks, in all cognitive tasks, and other automation activities. There is very little investment in properly understood pro-worker AI. I think if the US is not going to be the leader in doing pro-worker AI, I think countries such as South Korea, India, and others could fill that void. And they will have to fill that void because I think South Korea is not only a technologically savvy economy, but it also, just like the last 3 decades, will have a need for AI models that can be more human complementary because of its changing economy. So I think this calls for a more global approach to AI, and each country can have an important role. When I look at the last 4 decades of South Korean economic growth, I see huge success in manufacturing and exports, but less success in services and domestic-facing industries. So I think an important step for South Korea would be to increase competition and increase productivity in services. And again here, AI could be very helpful. AI is not just relevant for manufacturing for the South Korean economy, but really in rationalizing education, healthcare, service delivery, and so on. It has a very technology savvy technology savvy population, and it's a very entrepreneurial, and that technological know-how and energy has to be utilized for the area of artificial intelligence as well.